In my previous videos, we spoke about how important it is to keep our gut healthy. We also spoke about signs and symptoms which indicates that you may have unhealthy gut. And we spoke about things that damage a healthy gut. Now today we're going to talk about how to build a healthy gut and also reverse a damaged gut condition. Yeah, so we'll talk about the food that will support the gut. So let's talk about 3 important things which helps in supporting the gut health. So it's prebiotic, probiotic and microbiota complex carbohydrates. Let's talk about probiotic first. It's the most spoken thing about when it comes to somebody having bloating or gas or acidity, and we say take a probiotic. What are probiotics? Now these are live bacterial cultures which support our good health. So we need these live bacteria in our system to have a healthy gut. Where do we find these live bacteria? We find them in fermented foods. So we find them in curd, in kimchi, in kombucha, in sauerkraut, in achars, dosa, idli. So make sure that you're adding these things to your daily diet. The easiest way to add them in your diet is add dahi in all your meals, achar in one of the meals, and you can of course look at making these kimchis and kombuchas at home and kefir. The next thing is prebiotic. Now what is prebiotic? As the name suggests, so it's a precursor, it's a trigger to your probiotic. Now this is a food which serves your probiotic. Now this is a fiber which goes undigested through your stomach and serves as food to your probiotic. Yeah, and this is a mix of soluble fiber and insoluble fiber. Where do you find it? You find it in onions, garlic, apples, bananas, aged cheese, leeks and fiber-rich foods. So make sure that there's a mixture of probiotic and prebiotic in all the meals. Now let's come to microbiota-accessible carbohydrates. Yes, the name is complex and big, so we call it MAC. So as the name suggests, complex carbohydrate, we are talking about complex carbohydrate. MAC is nothing but complex carbohydrates which you find in your whole grains, your cereals, so your dals, pulses, legumes, sprouts, and how does it help? Again, this is complex. Any grain which is unrefined, any cereal which is unrefined falls under the category of microbiota accessible carbohydrate and serves as food for your good microbiome. So you need to make sure that you are adding lot of whole grains and lot of dals and legumes and pulses to your meal. Now these were the food items that support your gut health. Now let's talk about food that do not support your gut health, or rather that spoils your gut health. So what are the things that we need to look at? Sugar, the first culprit. Bad bacteria thrives on sugar and thereby causes an issue in the gut. So you need to cut down on your sugar. Refined grains, alcohol, smoking, too much of packaged foods. So you need to, we're not saying don't have it at all, but you need to definitely cut down on your sugar, on your refined food, on your junk food, packaged food, so that you have more good bacteria and less bad bacteria, and thereby the gut health is taken care of. You have good gut flora. Now let's come to lifestyle. When we talk about lifestyle, and in my previous video I did mention that exercise promotes growth of good bacteria. So make sure that you add exercise to your daily regime. Also make sure that you're not taking too much stress, or you meditating or doing some kind of breathing exercise to control your stress level. Antibiotics, like we said, antibiotics without discrimination flushes out good and bad bacteria both. Laxative, if you're taking too much of laxatives, even including isabgol, which is natural, is not good for your gut health. Because that is going to flush out your good bacteria as well. If you're having too many issues like bloating, gas, acidity, stomach related issues, that means you have gut dysbiosis, which means imbalance between good bacteria and bad bacteria in your gut. So please go back and relook at your diet and see where you're going wrong, and try and fix the issue with the points that we discussed just now in terms of your prebiotic, probiotic and MAC. If you're having frequent gut issues, like I said, you may want to consider adding pre, pro and MAC all in your diet. If you still feel that there's an issue, you may want to see a doctor, but first try and fix it. If you have any more questions, feel free to put them in comment section or on my Facebook group. We'll talk again. Take care. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Bye-bye.